So in this session, we will understand about the data. So to understand the data, first we will use the code df.shape. When we use df.shape, this code will display the total number of rows and columns present in our data frame. So as you can see here, the total number of rows are 5043 and we have 28 columns in this particular data set. So this is about our total number of rows and columns present in the data set. The next code is data frame information. So this is about the information of our data set, that is information about each and every column. So whether the column is of object type, int type or float type. So color column is an object type. Similarly director name. So this critic for reviews, it is a float type. Duration. So likewise for each and every column the type will be mentioned. So as you can see here, our total number of rows in the data set are 5043, but in color column it is only 5024. It means that there are some missing values. Similarly for director name we are having only 4939 rows. So here also we are having some missing values. So there is a mismatch in the number of rows. So likewise in almost all the rows there are some missing values. So the next code is to find whether the column is having any null value or not. So further df dot is null code is being used. So this code will display the total number of missing values present in our data set. So in color column there are 19 missing values. In director name column there are 104 missing values. Similarly in duration 15, gross 884, genre it is a 0 column missing. So likewise in language it is 12 columns, 12 rows missing. And similarly in movie Facebook likes there are 0 null values, means no missing values. The next code is to display the column names using df.column. So this code will display all the columns names. So this code will display all the column names in that particular data frame. As you can see here we have color, director name, critic for reviews, duration, and all these are the column names only. And the next code used over here is value count. So for color column we are finding the value count. So for color column it is 4815 and black and white it is 209. So these are the values present in our data frame. Now next df.describe. So this function is to check the minimum maximum value as well as the mean and standard deviation of that particular data frame. It only works for numerical data type. As you can see over here we have the column called critic for reviews, duration, likes, but here we are not having the columns like director name and color, as those two columns were of objective type. So as you can see the description, the describe function show us the minimum value present in a review is 1 and the maximum value is 813. For duration the minimum value is 7 and the maximum value is 511. So similarly we are having standard deviation and mean values for each and every column which are of numeric type, and we are having 25%, 50%, 75%. So all this can be done by a describe function. So next we have df.nUnique, which displays the total number of variables present in the data frame column. As we saw earlier, we have the column name color. We have two values present in that particular column. One was color and the other was black and white. And that is the reason why we can say that there are only two values present in that column. And we can see over that column director name, there are around 2398 different values present in that particular column. So this is what about the df.nUnique function. So next we have the languages present in our column using values count. So these are the different languages present in our data set. And under English we are having 4704. Similarly for French we have 73, Spanish 40, Hindi 28, like that. For all different languages the number of movies entered are represented with this column. And the next thing is to display the movie title. So these are different movie titles. Next is, in order to see what movies are present in Bollywood movies, so for that we have selected language is so for that we have selected a language as Hindi. So these are the titles of Hindi movies. Similarly, black and white movies in Hindi. So these are different black and white movies with their IMDb score. So here in this data frame we also have IMDb score for those black and white movies. So as you can see, this is the data frame where we have stored this data frame in BW. And we have saved the individual data in data frame and even performed some analysis on this particular data frame. So it includes color, director name, and the column names are present in the data frame, present data type. The only difference is that this data frame is a subset of data frame, and in the previous data frame all the languages had included in it, but in this data frame we have only selected the Hindi movies over here and will perform some analysis on it. So we have displayed the movie names and the titles where IMDb score is greater than 7. We have selected the movie titles with IMDb score is greater than 7 or equal to 7. Similarly, we have selected the genre of the movie where the IMDb score is greater than 7 or more than 7. And we have saved it in the Bollywood movie ratings. And as you can see, the resulting data frame is actually a subset of the original data, where the original data had movies that belongs to different languages as well as belong to different country. And but all these movies only belong to this to India, that is of language Hindi. As you can see here, the highest score of the movie rating is 8.5, which belongs to the movie called Airlift. And these are the different genres over here. And you can see here, if a movie has action, drama, and thriller, and again, if you see thriller, if you see wherever we have the action, drama, as well as the thriller, we have higher IMDb score. Again, we can see over here that we had drama, history, and comedy over here. So some genres which have a higher IMDb score belongs to this action, drama, and thriller. So Indian movies have higher IMDb score if the genre is action, drama, history, and comedy.